Hello, welcome back to Ben Sushi LiveNoding. In this episode, I will show you the breakdown on how I created this type of animations. So imagine you are like inside some kind of tunnel. So you're inside a carriage and then you are kind of animating and traveling through the tunnel. Alright, so the setup is actually, this is a simple example. So this is us looking through the camera. And the camera is this one, the one I selected. So the camera is simply traveling through the path. Okay, so I draw the path myself using the curve. So this is the final animations. This is of course just camera or just animated on top of the curve. Okay, so this is the curve that I'm selecting. If I go to edit mode, I can make a quick edit. If I delete everything, for example, and I just gonna draw a new curve, I'll go to the top view. Let's make a simple one. Oh, okay, this one, gonna make a cut. Maybe I need to adjust the curve over there, but for now, let's take a look. So this is Bezier curve, and there's this triangle on path. Let's adjust this very quickly. So this is like something that you can adjust manually, but you can see it's working already. So the camera is just simply traveling through the path. Okay, if you want to make a camera or any object to travel on top of a path, you select the camera and then select the objects and then Command P and then simply follow path or path constraint. Okay, you do that first, and then after you do that, your camera will have constraint automatic path, and then you can enable follow curve. While on the curve itself, you will have this path animations and how many frames you want it to travel it. You want the object to travel, and then you can have the camera following the path. Okay, that's one thing to know. Let me quickly adjust this path. Okay, it's going through this thing. It's gonna lift it. I just subdivide the curve and just add this. So now we will have the camera is kind of going up. I think this type of thing is really cool. It's almost like you are on a amusement park on the ride. Yeah, you can create this type of ride yourself. Okay, let's take a look at the GM triangle on path. Let's take a look quickly. I actually have two different examples. The first one is just a curve. I turn it into triangle, but I can just change it into any shape if you want. Yeah, but I think the triangle is pretty cool shape, right? And I use a fillet, so it's looking more like a diamond because it's more futuristic like this. And I did another fillet, so it's more rounded. So like yeah, so we have this nice looking shape. I have a switch here which we can use. The switch can turn it into something else. In this case, this is like an X. It's an X shape. I think we can adjust this, but anyway, for now it's actually just like an X shape. I can turn this into O or any other shape. Yeah, if it's O, we should in theory traveling through the letter O, but that's that one's a little bit slow. So let's get back to this shape. This one, there's an extrusion here that you can control. Okay, it's totally up to you. And then there's a transform. This is just to adjust the rotations of the triangle. Extruded mesh. Okay, I use extrude as well. And on top of the extrusion, I think I use bevel and solidify. Just a little bit, just for extra details. And I instance the triangle on this curve. Okay, so of course I'm using the curve coming in, how many copy you want on top of the path, and that's pretty much it, the setup. I did the rotation again here, right, just to correctly rotate the objects on the path, set the material, transform. Oh yeah, I actually did a transform. Okay, this is the offset probably. So if we get back to, yeah, the O, it looks more correct. We can have X. So now we are traveling inside and letter X. Yeah, it's something you want to play around with yourself. And then we have the point light instancing. We can do that as well. Simply drag and drop your light into geometry nodes and then turn on instance. Okay, turn on instance, and then now this is totally duplicatable. You can see this is the light. We can reduce the number of light, so we have this type of effects. You see this a lot in movie like maybe Star Trek or maybe anime type of movie, in space, futuristic setup. So now, so this is our curve coming in, and then our objects, and then we just simply instance it. It's really that simple. Now we have this type of result. The rest of them, I enable ambient occlusion and bloom. So we have this. This is the, I think this is the original speed. This is using EV. This is the final render. Maybe you can add something a little bit more. Maybe you have like the actual vehicles. You can use cycles. Okay, cycles. Okay, in this case, I think EV looks really nice. Okay, the point light itself, maybe, do you think we can randomize the value? Maybe we can. Maybe instead of using points, we can use different objects. Just give it like a emission shader, so we can have like a different color. So it's gonna be quite a ride. Alright, so yeah, so that's basically the setup. Again, it's really quite a simple example, but you can try improve this, making it yours, and yeah, let's see what you can come out with. Alright, so thanks again. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.